return to the start. And the umpire's launch looms around the corner for the Stewards Challenge Cup. And I have been joined by Mark Hunter, Olympic gold and silver medalist in the commentary box. Morning, Mark.
Good morning, Greg. Some great racing so far this morning already.
Yeah, well, it's finals day at Henley, and the sun's out, the gentle tailwind's out. Couldn't be much better, could it?
Fantastic day, as it's been a fantastic week at Henley this year. So incredible to see some performances this morning. Obviously to the big boys event now, Stewards Challenge Cup. Two British crews head-to-head here.
Yeah, this is the top-ranked Coxless 4 event, and it's going to be a really interesting one as we see some bit of internal British team competition here.
Yeah, and also because this is the first race they've had of the regatta, being a straight final, which obviously we don't like to see, but unfortunately there was no kind of foreign entries this year. So it'll be interesting to see how this kind of local battle commences as it goes down the track.
And I had one of these back in 1991 when I was in the Great Britain Senior Coxless 4, and we came up against the Great Britain Under-23 Coxless 4. And it's just really painful because you're kind of in a no-win position, really. You don't feel like you've really earned your right to be in the final because it's a straight final. But there you are. You have to go out and deliver, and you've got these guys coming at you. And as we look down here on the crew, this one's the Oxford University and Tideway Scullers crew. This is the Under-23 crew, the up-and-coming guys that we're talking about. I think there's so much talent in this boat. I think they're going to make it really difficult for the Leander crew on the left, who are the more established members of the Great Britain team.
But it's also trying to stay composed as well when you've got those under-23s kind of nipping at your heels. You know, they want to make it into the senior team eventually. You know, this is a great opportunity for them to go up against the big four and really kind of stick it to them and see how far they can get down the track, whether they can, you know, make them kind of second doubt themselves, ask themselves some questions and try and put them under pressure. As I said, they've got nothing to lose. Nothing to lose.
And I think if you think about what you were like at 19, I think about what I was like at 19. I thought I was the big guys.
Yeah.
They think they're the big guys. They're going to want to say, we're going to take this to you. We're going to show you how this is done. You might have the position in the Great Britain team already, but the hands go down, the boats are ready, and they're straight off out of the start. And I wouldn't be at all surprised to see this crew on the right really taking it to the Leander crew on the left of our shot.
But also being a Coxless boat is having that confidence as well with the steers person to make sure that they navigate the boat down the course as efficiently as possible, so not using the rudder too much and making sure they don't affect the whole speed, so they can really maximise that boat speed.
Well, absolutely, and that's where these crews, I suppose the extra experience might come in. We've got steers people in each boat. It's Jacob Dawson on the left with the rudder attached to his feet in the 2-seat. But as we thought, the under-23s are absolutely going toe-to-toe, and if anything, just starting to make a little move on the bigger crew to their right.
The young guns blasting out the blocks there, trying to put the older combination under pressure.
I think they will be feeling the pressure. They're out there now. They're out of the shelter of the island. There's a little bit of breeze, but not much. And I think this crew, they're so talented. This young under-23 crew that we're looking at: David Amler, Tom Digby, Charlie Ewells, and Felix Drinkle. And they just kind of look a little bit more smooth, and a little bit more efficient, and almost a bit more up for the race.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting with that. You know, you can be explosive out the blocks, but it's, you know, with the Henley course being that extra distance that they're used to racing over when they race internationally, is that rhythm, that base pace is really important. It's finding that rhythm early, sticking to it, and being able to put that work down, put that power down, and maximise that speed.
And I think there's a bit of speed maximising going on in the Leander boat now that they've said, you're not going to have it, you're not going to sneak away from us like that, you're not going to catch us. And a little bit of a move from the Leander boat, and they've pulled it up to level, and if not now, starting to move through this GB Coxless 4. They've raced at the World Cups already this year, finished 4th in Linz. Yeah, they want to make sure there's no kind of surprise coming anyone's way today.
Yeah, and they must be feeling the pressure as the GB4, you know, finishing 4th in Linz. We're used to seeing more than that from this particular event when the guys go and race internationally, even though the top guys have moved into the 8, who unfortunately lost to the Australians yesterday. So, you know, there is a bit more pressure to this unit. It's not a done deal, I don't think. I think there will be more in ongoing testing. If they're only finishing 4th, I'm sure there might be a few more changes.
Yeah, absolutely. Still plenty of decisions to be made for Jürgen Grobler and the rest of his team, working with the Great Britain senior team. But this is going to give him food for thought if this young crew on the left are able to stay side by side with the Great Britain for as long as this. See John Hedger in the umpire's lodge behind. He's raising his flag. He's going to signal to that young under-23 crew, and I think he's going to ask them to move back towards that Buckinghamshire station. and they need to make a reasonably quick correction.
It's going to be interesting where the senior crew decides to move across a little bit here, just give them a little bit more space between them and the booms.
Well, it's David Ambler in the bow seat wearing the tideway scullers, all in one, who has that rudder, and he's made a little correction. John Hedge has put his flag down, and he's pretty happy with what he's seeing as the crew come through the Forley mark. And it is the crew on lane 1 who is leading. That is the big crew from Leander, and now it's their moment, the third quarter. Now they need to really put their foot down and say, you're not coming past us, we're going to move away and try and take clear water now.
Just at the 2 boats, they do look the better technical boat at the 2 we see on the water. There's a massive amount of work going down in the younger boat, which, the excitement of racing, the senior team, wanting to give it everything. Sometimes a little bit too much tension comes in the shoulders, but the senior boat does look a bit more composed at this part of the race.
Yeah, and they look like they've made a big move there, just trying to get that bit of clear water, just trying to push away and say, we're disappearing out of sight now. You've had your moment. You can look smooth, you can look slick off the start, but now we're powering along, coming down on our home water, the Leander Club, coming past Upper Thames and then down towards Remenham, and they want to slip that gap out to make it not an overlap like that number 1 and 2 is showing to the crowd. They want to make sure that is a clear water gap, and I think they're taking that clear water now, stroke by stroke.
And that's always the thing, you want to break that contact. I always talk about breaking the string, not turn someone along. And once you break that, it kind of leaves the other crew in no man's land, not knowing where you are and how far you are in front.
Yeah, the younger crew on the left will just be able to see the puddles now out of the corner of their eye. If they're going to respond, I think now is the moment they have to do something. They can't really wait for the enclosures. Now at the moment, it's a little quiet patch before you get to the enclosures. They're going to have to do something now. There's plenty of experience racing at Henley in that younger crew, and now they've got to use that.
But it's always, if this is their first outing as a unit, looking to get selected for under 23s, it is a tough race to come out here and race a combination that's actually raced internationally, has pedigree in this particular boat class, where you're trying to piece together university students from different colleges, different styles. It takes a bit longer to kind of gel that combination together.
Yeah, absolutely, and they're coming down now towards those enclosures, and it's Felix Drinkle in the stroke seat of that crew in the bottom of your shot. He's won the Princess Elizabeth Cup before with Eton in 2016. His old school will be going up against that St Paul's School 8 later on today. They will have a big challenge, but I'm sure they'll be doing everything they can to come up for it. This crew has a big challenge now to get back on terms with the crew from Leander, because they're now right in front of the grandstands and coming down towards the finish line at Henley 2018.
Yeah, and this is could be a big moment for Leander as well, being the centenary year of 200th anniversary of the club. The club's won 199 Henley titles, and this would be fitting for it to be the 200th.
And Mark, it feels like an honour to be sat beside you as a Leander ex-captain for this pretty incredible moment. Yeah, 200 years old, Leander Club, just around the corner from the finish line, coming down towards the line. This could be their 200th win at Henley Royal Regatta. They're just 10 strokes from the line, and this could be an incredibly special moment for that club, Leander, based here on the River Thames in Henley.
Yeah, it was a great kind of, the way they went about the race. They didn't get flustered by the younger guys going up quick as they're coming into line. Now, this is a huge marker for the club. 200 years old and 200 wins at Henley.
What an incredible moment that is, as we saw them come across the line. The crew from Leander are the winners in the Stewards Challenge Cup. They beat the young contenders from Oxford University and Leander with tideway scullers in there. But that's it, the 200th win for Leander Club at Henley Royal Regatta. So what do you think that means to the club, Mark?
Oh, it's been huge. There's been loads of celebrations going on throughout the year at different points with kind of affiliate clubs all over the world, and to have it, at Henley, 200th win, and it's fitting that it's the Stewards Challenge Cup.
Well, I've enjoyed commentating so far on those first 5 races of the day. I'm now going to hand the microphone over to Tim Della, and I just hope everyone will continue enjoying our coverage from Henley Royal Regatta 2018.